People, welcome back to Politics Watch. Now, we're now going to talk about the St. James Most Wanted list that has been released by the police. Right, and top of the list is a 87 by the name of Delano Wilmot, aka Preke Boy. Now, people, I'm going to tell you about Preke Boy. You see this youth right here? It would be a miracle if you hear say Preke Boy get brought in alive. People, the security forces want him food like yesterday. See, Preke Boy used to be a part of the Ratty gang, right? And why Preke Boy is most wanted, I'm not just talking from the legal point of view of most wanted for Christian, but I mean most wanted for the man them want mash him up, is because Preke Boy was a part of an operation, right, that ended up with the shooting of 2 members of the JDF a couple years back, right? So Ratty gang had gotten to the point where they were so brazen, right? This is when these youth were causing havoc in St. James, right? And of course started to feel untouchable, right? And then did end up wet up 2 JDF soldiers, right? So, but this youth, Preke Boy, he's still around because the actual leader of the Ratty crew, him did drop out, right? So him did already get slapped away, right? But Preke Boy did get away, right? I think him actually farm him own little thing, right? But after the leader of the Ratty gang did get taken out, the next person who the security forces did want to hold on to deal with was Preke Boy, right? And he's still out there, right? So what I want to say is this, on top of the most wanted situation. In my video where I said you might call it stereotyping, I call it basic survival instincts. And I said a lot of people, especially people who might be Jamaicans but don't, they're not that deep into the culture, especially in the streets, will tell you things like, oh, you should get to know people before you make statements about them. And in theory that's correct, but people who are really from the trenches can tell you, after a while, you can see a man dopey upon them. People, let me say that again. After a while, when an 87 has become so experienced, when an 87 earns their degree in brutality, they start to develop a certain look. A look that I can't really describe. I'd have to just point out to you, right? Anybody can screw up them face. Anybody can wear a kerchief around them head. Anybody can wear a cut off foot jeans and the stereotypical bad man look. Anybody can try and mimic that, right? But people who are really in the streets like that can pick out the pretenders from the real 87s very easily, especially if you used to be a part of any sort of police or military unit and you actually had to deal with people like this anywhere in the world, right? People like Preke Boy. When you look at Preke Boy, right, the picture you're seeing on your screen right now, you see that look he has in his eyes? You can't fake that. That demeanor that he has, you cannot fake it. There are some people, the moment them come around you, you can tell this brother have dopey on him. And Preke Boy have plenty of dopey on him. Right? So when I hear people who, I guess they have good intentions, but your usual do-gooder, oh, well, you can't look at somebody and I know you have to get to know, because apparently you have to get to know every single person on earth. You can't, for your own safety, you can't look around and go, okay, this youth or these group of youths don't look right. So let me just make sure that my back is not turned to them and the thing within a quick arm's reach. Right? You know, you're not supposed to say that. Apparently you're supposed to go over and shake their hands and say, hey, tell me about your life story. Oh, okay, well, yeah, you're a good guy. Nonsense. The moment you see Preke Boy, you know still a youth is a serious 87. And there are plenty of people like him all over Jamaica. In the streets, people, Jamaicans who are street smart can look at a true 87 and spot them right away, because them have dopey on them. Jamaican people know what I mean by them have dopey on them. The same applies to the security forces. You have some police. You have some police officers. You have members of the JDF. The moment you look at them, you can tell, okay, this man slapped a few people. People, you have to understand, after human beings do a certain amount of acts, after you take somebody's life over and over again, people, eventually it starts to show on you. It starts to show in your eyes. Right? You develop a certain look, a certain demeanor that you cannot fake. This is why when you see a dancehall artist come out and you're like, and he comes out and he's like, oh, you know, so me come from the area, and yeah, man, you know, so me used to be bad, man. You can look 9 times out of 10, you can look and go, no, that's nonsense. That guy is a studio gangster. Because real 87s develop this look. I cannot describe it. I cannot describe it fully on paper. Right? I couldn't write it down and say it's like this and this and this. There is just this look of this demeanor that hangs over them. Preke Boy has that, and me when I tell about, get to know people, me not forget to know him. Even if I've never seen a picture of Preke Boy, and I didn't know what him looked like, and I was standing up, I don't know, at Crossroad, or Downtown, or Spanish Town, and I see this youth walk past me, and I look at this youth, I can tell instantly this youth is at 87. Instantly. He's seen some things, he's done something. It's written all over him. Now, the other people on the list, because I said it's a top 10 list, right? They haven't provided all the pictures of the people, right? Which I've never really understood, because there's no point us releasing a name, releasing a list of 10 names. What are Jamaicans supposed to do? Go around and ask everybody for them name? And say, excuse me, because one of the men on the list is 30-year-old Shaniel Lutham, right, of Farm Heights, who you get locked up and then escape police custody. So what, we're supposed to go around and ask everybody, excuse me, are you Shaniel Lutham? Is that what we're supposed to do? We need pictures. What's the point of having these men? This is 2019. You can find a picture somewhere. Without pictures, these lists are useless. Nobody can help you. But anyway, here are the names of the other men who are on the most wanted list. As I said, Shaniel Lutham, Arnold Gale, aka Guy, Christopher Boyd, aka Plank, Lawrence Meggie, Sanjay Hodari Nelson, aka Odari, Oran Dunn, aka Mike, Christopher Daniel, Brandon Williams, aka Messi, Leon Higgins, aka Footer, and people know that's not Footer Hype, so don't bother going to a station and go report Footer Hype, people, please. Right. Now, as I said, these names were not attached to faces, right? So I don't think people are going to have much use for them, right? Unless, especially the people them know them personally, in which case they would have already said them wanted, and they would have already helped the police send them in. But if they were hoping that the general public was going to help them with the men on this list, apart from Preke Boy, who them released the picture of, right, and is actually quite well known, especially in Montego Bay and St. James, places like that, I don't think this list is of much help. But there you go, people. Right. So again, I know it's going to bring about the argument that happened before about my stereotyping video, As I said, I stand by what I stand by. Maybe it's because of the field that I used to work in. Maybe it's because of the experiences that I've had. I guess maybe if you come up in a different surrounding or different settings, maybe your outlook on life is different. But as I said, people, you call it stereotyping, I call it basic survival instincts. It saved my life many times. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share. Bless.